can't scratch. I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round. Welcome to the freak show, the best in town.
Welcome to Super Fast Tortoises MTG 3. Today's video is sponsored by Avenger of Zendikar, because today is a secret landfall deck. Apparently. No, you're just going to see a lot of Avenger of Zendikar, two of the cards mainly. All these cards today are going to fit in a landfall deck, a mana wrap deck, but it's great. These are three cards I like for Cube that are banned in Commander. And we start right now. The first card on our list is a card you know very well if you play Modern. If you play Commander, you might not even know what this card is. But this card is a landfall king. And what am I talking about? We are talking about Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan costs 4 generic, 2 green, a 6/6 creature giant. He has trample, and whenever Primeval Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you may search your library for up to 2 land cards. Land cards, not basic land, any land cards, and put them on the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library.
Ha! Wow!
This card is crazy. It's broken in Commander with certain combos that you can just throw in Cube. Primeval Titan can even fetch out those fetch lands for extra landfall triggers. Yes, triggers. Because I'm weird. And yes, I love landfall. And with landfall, you can also get other cards or other lands like Kessig Wolf Run for that classic old combo piece in the Gruul builds in Cube, but not Commander, because Primeval Titan is banned. And for good reason too. And I hope you like Primeval Titan 2 in your Cube. And that brings us to the next card on the list. The next card on the list hits a sweet spot for me. Yes, a sweet spot. One of my favorite things to do in Magic the Gathering is dealing with Graveyard Recursion. Yes, Graveyard Recursion. I love Graveyard Recursion. And just to reiterate, Tortoise loves Graveyard Recursion. Yep, that's right. I'm that player. The second card on this list is an all-time favorite, and I wish I would see more reprinting. It is Recurring Nightmare. Recurring Nightmare costs 2 generic and a black. It is an enchantment, and it says sacrifice a creature, then return Recurring Nightmare to its owner's hand. Then put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Only play this ability as a sorcery.
You know, it's exciting.
This card is nuts, and I love this card amazing. Like, I do not express how much I love this card. I mean, it is a crazy card, an amazing card. Why is it amazing? Well, one, it fits in the landfall deck. Because of cards like Avenger of Zendikar and Phyleth, the World Sculptor. Oh yes, there's a combo that works with Phyrexian Altar or Ashnod's Altar, or both if you have them, to make an infinite combo of tokens come out. Oh yes. Hence why I said this video is brought to you by Avenger of Zendikar, because Avenger of Zendikar is like the landfall king. Indeed. And that brings us to the secret card on the list. Oh boy. I remember this card when I was pretty fresh in the game of Magic. I mean, I started playing Magic during the OG Ravnica City of Guilds block. A little before then, but that's when I really got into Magic and heavy into Magic. Well, a few years later, the set came out, right? And back then, your promos, like your pre-release promos, were mythic rares. I mean, you could get a mythic rare for free for entering your pre-release. And I remember getting this card at pre-release and was upset I couldn't play it in my limited deck, because back then you could not play this card in your limited deck if it was the pre-release card. But I ended up pulling a foil version of this card from a pack, and I was excited because I got 2 of this card. And I know I'm dragging on, and I don't mean to, but this card fits in the landfall deck as well. Fits in ramp decks. You need a lot of mana if you're going to cast this card. And if the hints haven't pointed to what it is, we are talking about Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn costs 15 generic mana. It's a 15/15 legendary creature Eldrazi. She says, when you cast Emrakul, take an extra turn after this one. Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn can't be countered. Emrakul has flying, protection from colored spells, and Annihilator 6. And Annihilator 6 says, if she attacks, your opponents must sacrifice 6 permanents before blockers are declared. And I say it weirdly like that so you understand how powerful this card is. Soon as the attack is on before blockers declared, your opponent has to sacrifice 6 permanents. When Emrakul is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library.
Hey, that's good. That is damn good.
What? I know. Downfall to this card is you can't recur it because it shuffles back into your library. Wah, wah. But it stops from it being overpowered. She is an amazing card, but you have to play her in the ramp deck or have ways of cheating her out with Quicksilver Amulet kind of cards. This card is just a flavor win for me. A big monster, commander worthy but banned in commander. Playable in cube if your cube is built right. My cube is built for Emrakul to shine. You're definitely going to play her in the green decks of my cube because you need that ramp that's crucial for casting Emrakul. But simply, this card is just a favorite of mine. Classic. And she is amazing. This card is nuts. And that takes us to the last segment of the video. To answer last week's question of what you are tutoring from your library, like what are you tutoring from your library? You are tutoring for an Eldrazi of enormous size. I know, dumb answer. But we have a question. Put in the comments below the answer to this question. And if it gets the most likes, it'll be the answer for this question on next week's video. And you'll get a shout out too. So, today's question. What's your Annihilator 6? Put your fun and ridiculous answers in the comments down below. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.
Maybe someday we could become friends. There's still one more thing I must do before I go. Yes, and yes. And thank you guys so much.
We really appreciate, everything.
God, I love being a turtle!
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly. Thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll